Check this out, Coach. My watch has a very unique function. It counts up, and then I can press a button and it'll count down. And I love to win, so all I gotta do is be done by the time it gets done counting down. How long did you take? Really? 32 minutes. It's all right. It's all right.
Justin was already tracking.
You also said, Coach, that anybody that makes fun of you for crying, you're going to meet them out back. So I guess we'll just have to meet out there. It's pretty predictable. I mean, you know, we've been doing this quite some time together. Coach Black, I love you to death. I really do. But you did say twerk up here. I'm not going to use that when I'm talking. We had an extraordinarily successful season on multiple accounts, and very proud of the way that we finished the season this year. Last year, we stood up here in some disappointment. Our season came to an abrupt end last year after we had a pretty successful regular season. And much to the credit of this group of young men, we came back this season and finished some business that we left undone last year. And so very proud of the way that they conducted themselves, very proud of the way that they played, very proud of the way that they finished the season. Pretty much a similar group of guys to what we had last year. And when something like that happens, you've got a couple options. You can cash it in, you can make excuses, or you can own what happened, and you can find a way to make it better, and you can improve, and you can come back the following season and conquer the things that you were unable to conquer the year before. So, great job to you guys, great job to the staff in contributing to that, but I just want to give you guys a hand before we start talking right now. As always, so much more goes into this program. I did want to make sure that I mentioned the young men first. They're the ones showing up every day, grinding, and then showing up in the games and making stops and putting the ball in the basket. But there are a number of other people that make this program a success, contribute to that. Parents first and foremost, raising your young men to be the teammates that they were this year, which I can stand up here and say that as a coach, that's the best team that I've had the opportunity to coach. The way they conducted themselves on and off the court, and especially when that ball tipped, man, if you watched any of our games this year, you saw a team play basketball, and that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. So, parents, great job of instilling the values that are required to participate in a team like that, being something bigger than themselves. That's a great characteristic and quality that each of these young men possess moving forward. Tip-off club board, thank you so much, Todd, John, Kathy, Shan, and Greg. Todd and John, we kind of tricked y'all into some big duties coming out of the 8th grade, and y'all filled that role and did a great job and really do a lot for this program. Thank you, Kathy and Todd have been on this program, been treasurer now for 3 years, and you guys do a fantastic job. The books are crystal clean and very organized, and as we well know, money is a big issue in public education, and you guys make sure that we're taken care of, so thank you very much. I feel like without the participation of all. And again, just a tremendous job fundraising. Tojcic, Swanee, Angie, and John, thank y'all so much. That was first class event, and all the years we've had it, it's been. I mean, it is. Tojcic Swanee is synonymous with a successful event in the city. Most people think it's run by the city, and you guys did a great job. This year was the best of all, so give them a hand again. Miss James, Barbara James, and John Joseph, and Kathy, thank you all for getting this night together, organizing everything. Great job. Food was excellent, so thank y'all very much for that. Major sponsors couldn't be with us tonight, but obviously Jared Cook does a lot for this program in his participation in the Jared Cook Classic. NGPA supported us this year, and we really appreciated that. Reeves Contracting makes a nice contribution, and Swanee Sports Academy also helps us out. So wanted to thank some of those sponsors for all that they contribute to this program. People who are doing the work during the game: Chris Yeomans on the clock, Cromie on the mic, and John Payne on the book. Appreciate them. Jim Stewart travels with us to all the games. Doesn't get paid a penny to do that, but is at every away game, no matter where we are, and that's a major contribution for us. And so we appreciate all that he does. Doug Wardy and Dr. Fisher. I don't think, well, maybe parents, you do know, if your child's ever had an injury, you know exactly how much they contribute to this program, in particular Doug, but he does so much for our athletes in keeping them healthy, getting them ready to play. It's like you're part of a college program where you've got a team doctor that gets your athletes ready for competition every night. And Doug does a tremendous job and is a very valuable asset to this program. So I want to make sure we give him credit. Kathy Johnson with the cheerleaders and Harry Stevens with the step team. They do such a great job supporting us during the season. Buddy Phillips and Chris Long getting everything together. They put the tables out tonight. They love basketball, and they do a great job taking care of us, making sure that court's always clean, and making sure our facilities are first class. When people walk in our gym, they look at our facilities and think North Gwinnett's creamy product, and they are correct. So thanks to those guys. Mr. Valentine, our new principal, just great supporter of basketball, and very, very happy to be working for him, as I know Coach Sellers is as well, as he mentioned that. Coach York, in his first year as athletic director, has done a tremendous job of supporting us and making sure we have the things that we need to run a successful program. John Mize, game administrator, making sure everybody's taken care of, kicking Coach Dasher's dad out of games when he's got to do that, but just maintaining order. And the rest of the administration, girls coaches, as Sellers mentioned, even though I made fun of him crying, great guy to work with, very, very appreciative of the working relationship that we have and the friendship that we have. Again, as you mentioned, that's rare in schools. Most places, the boys and girls coach, butt heads, compete, but at this school, that's definitely not the case. Love working with you both, so appreciate it. And then my wife and Coach Garner's wife, appreciate them, all that they do. Sitting in the stands every game, watching the kid when it's 2 hours past his bedtime, listening to my parents scream and yell. I don't know how my wife does it, but she does. So thanks so much to her and Dash and Parker. Maybe I'll get married one day. Parker, you can smile. Everyone's smiling. Most successful season in program history, and we've talked about the success that we had, but in all seriousness, When you line up season to season what teams at this school have accomplished, this was the most successful team in the history of North Gwinnett High School. So let's give this I think we fell a little short of our end goal. Obviously, making no bones about that. We wanted to bring home that state title, and it didn't happen for us. But no reason to hang our heads. Very proud of these young men and the way that they performed, the way they finished the season, and the success that we had on the court. Region championship, regular season, region title in the postseason. 15-1 in the region, 27-4 overall, and an Elite Eight appearance. Elite Eight appearance is the furthest that any team has gone, matched by a few other teams in school history, but 27 wins is the most in school history. So just very, very blessed to be a part of that and to have the opportunity to coach such a group of fine young men. You guys represented the program with pride, and we talked about that. We talked about leaving no doubt in the season, and you left no doubt that North Gwinnett is among the finest programs in the state. North Gwinnett is among the finest teams in the state, and there's no doubt about that in the high school basketball community now, and that's on you guys. You guys left that mark. And so you've done a great job bonding together as a brotherhood and as a family and playing together. And again, just to say it again, I cannot express just how proud I am of you guys. A coach sent me an email from an opposing team in our region. And he said that after we played them in the regular season, their kids came in to his room the next day and we're talking. And he wrote down some of the quotes about what the kids were saying. But one of the things they said is, North Gwinnett makes you play every possession. Offensively and defensively. They make you play every possession. And the only way you can make a team play every possession is if all 5 guys are engaged at the same time. And every time down the court, both ends, you guys were engaged. You guys made the plays on both ends. You played as a unit. The most unselfish team in the state of Georgia by multiple accounts. Media, other coaches, college coaches, anybody that follows high school basketball. North Gwinnett was the most unselfish team in the state on both ends of the court. A testament to how you bonded together. And the reason you were so successful. Younger guys, we came in and showed you film and had a little chit chat. And all the film was of the varsity guys and how they played together. And in order to be successful, that's what you have to do. They laid the foundation for that. And they demonstrated it every day, every game. And so that's something that you need to aspire to. To be able to be a part of a team, something bigger than yourself, and contribute to that team and play unselfishly. If the success is to continue, you must do it. Third in AJC, third in max preps, third in score plan in 6A, and then fifth overall by max preps in all classifications in the state of Georgia. Congratulations. All right, I'd like to recognize the team coach. He'll come up. Underclassmen that participated in this successful season. We had 3 sophomores that we moved up at the end of the season to participate on the varsity team. Down the stretch, Colby Leeson, Jaye, and Jaye. Junior underclassmen, Dejan, Tojcic. Calhoun, Malik, TJ Howard,
Looks like he's getting recruited by Georgia for football. Offensive lineman.
Jaye Stackhouse,
Big white
Brumer, Devon, Stucke, Mitch, Hyatt couldn't be with us tonight. They all had other obligations. I'm pretty sure a couple of them are involved in the track meet. So representing the school the best that they can. Give these guys another round of applause. Next, we'd like to recognize the seniors, a very special group that will be leading us. And I've told each of these guys individually, and I'll tell them as a group now, how special you were to this program, and how, with your leadership, you elevated this program to the next level. And really reestablished this program as one of the premier basketball programs in the state. And you guys leave with that to your name, and the credit goes to the seniors. This was your season, and these were your accomplishments. Ultimately, you guys led that. Underclassmen, all the juniors that just stood up here and sophomores, you got to go get yours again next year. But these seniors are leaving with a lot of wins under their belt and have reestablished this program among the elite. Ahmad, Cobb, Ahmad, and all those. Right. We'd also like to recognize our managers. These individuals do a lot of thankless work and make sure all the loose ends are tied up. And we are very appreciative for all of your contributions. And very important part of the program. Winners just like everybody else. Support us. Support the team. Selflessly work for the team, really true servanthood, and we are so grateful for all that you do. Few of them couldn't be with us tonight, but Bria Haynes, Tiffany Ty, Justin Young, Alton Richardson, Devon Mitchell, please come on up. I did say Elise for last, I didn't forget her. Our senior manager, who has been with us and has been just an extraordinary manager and has done so much. And just so very thankful for all of your contributions. And know that you are going to be very successful, as you are a tremendously hard worker. Elise Dunaway. On to the academic awards. These three young men represent the program both athletically and academically. North Gwinnett is known statewide for success in athletics, but more importantly and most importantly, we are known for our academic record. And these three young men excel at a school where it is not easy to excel. In addition to the high demands of athletics at this school, these three young men take care of business in the classroom, and we are very proud of their accomplishments and want to make sure that they receive the appropriate recognition. Dejan, Tojcic, Jack, Stucke, Jaye, Stackhouse. All right, as we go through most improved, offensive player, defensive player, MVP, it's important to really take note that when we do that for this team, pretty much we're saying these guys were receiving those respective accomplishments in the region. We were the best team in the region. You guys did a great job of establishing yourself as the best team in the region. And if you were the most improved player on this team, then you're the most improved player in the region, most likely. If you're the best player on this team, then it's likely you're the best player in the region. So on and so forth. So, to start, most improved player this season was first team all region, voted on by the coaches. First, there's 5 guys in the first team all region, and he was one of those 5. He was all county third team. The coaches voted him as most improved player in the region. And all of that to say he was our second leading scorer, and he dominated the paint, especially at the end of the season. We needed a bucket, and we needed an easy bucket. We knew right where to go. He owned the paint and was unstoppable late in the season against some of the premier bigs in the region and in the state. High-level basketball in the state of Georgia, and this young man was the best big in the region and one of the best in the state, recognized not just by myself or my staff, but by all of the coaches in the region. He came a long way from last year and is one of the best. Malik Carter. Defensive Player of the Year this year has a unique set of characteristics that allow him to defend so well. And he is, in addition to his athleticism, he has an extremely high motor and he has incredible instincts. This young man can guard multiple players at one time. He is a great on-ball defender, a great help defender, a great rebounder, led the team in charges, is constantly making plays, beating shots off the backboard, transition, never gives up on a play. Just an unbelievable defender. Best defender on our team, best defender in the region, one of the elite defenders in the state of Georgia. He can guard all 5 positions. It doesn't matter. At different points in the season, we have him on the 1. At different points in the season, we have him on the 3. He's guarded the 5 on the opposing team. If we needed to stop, we needed to shut down, we knew that we could put this young man on that player, and he would get the job done. Calhoun. Offensive Player of the Year this year. I'm going to give a few of his stats, and maybe if you don't follow basketball that closely, they don't mean that much to you, but his stat line on offense was incredible. Extremely efficient on offense. No wasted possessions, never turned the ball over, has an unparalleled understanding of offense and of the game. Just an incredible player on the offensive end. Shot 80% from the free throw, which, you know, that's good, but that might not raise any eyebrows. 41% from three, which is really impressive. That's the highest in the region by far. He shoots the ball well. The other part of it, he takes good shots. He doesn't jack. He's not out trying to get his own. All right, he's playing within the offense, and if an open shot comes to him, he takes opportunity to knock that down. Big time player. Made some really big offensive plays for us this year, especially down the stretch. Averaged 17 points a game. Led the region in scoring on only 12 field goal attempts. 12 field goal attempts per game. He averaged 17 points a game. That's incredible. That's truly remarkable. Very unselfish on offense, and that goes to shot selection. Rarely, ever took a bad shot. And that's how you become so efficient on the offensive end, is when you make such great decisions and you are such an unselfish player. He was first team all-region, voted on by the coaches. He was Gwinnett County Tip-Off Club, all-county first team. He was selected to play in the Georgia Association Coaches Association Junior All-Star Game, Atlanta Tip-Off Club, Naismith Awards, All-Metro third team, Gwinnett Daily Post All-County first team, Gwinnett Pep Rally All-County, Georgia Sports Writers Association 6A honorable mention, AJC All-Metro Gwinnett County first team, AJC All-State 6A second team. You name an award by a media outlet, and he got it. And rightly so, because he performed exceptionally well on the offensive end. TJ Howard. Most valuable player on this year's team for the second year in a row. He is really the epitome of what we stand for as a basketball team. He's about one thing, and that is winning, and his team winning. And he's going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. He was third leading scorer on the team. But if he needed to be the leading scorer one night, he could do that. He led the team in assists as a do-it-all point guard. He did whatever this team needed him to do to win. And he was consistent. He did it every game. Reliable. We did not ever doubt which of my cable was going to show up. Ahmad played with incredible consistency, and that's one of the major reasons that we had such tremendous success this season. One game in Florida, we were playing a team called Palmetto High School, and we were flat. We had a hard time getting a lot of things going, and I don't remember really what it was, bus ride or the time of the game or whatever. And just as a unit, we were having some difficult times. Ahmad took over. In one game, he had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists, and 5 blocks. A point guard with 5 blocks in a game. 24, 5, 5, 5, 5. That is an unbelievable stat line. And that is what we can depend on every night. He was all over the place. Both ends of the court, motor, 31, 32 minutes, injured. Didn't matter. You were going to get the same consistent performance out of this young man every time. First team all-region, Gwinnett County, second team, Gwinnett County Senior All-Star Game. Georgia Athletic Coaches Association Senior All-Star Game. Gwinnett Daily Post All-County Second Team. Gwinnett Prep Rally All-County First Team. Honorable mention for Gwinnett Metro, Gwinnett County. And hoop scene, 6A All-State second team. Do it all point guard, my kid. My 7 years as a coach and 4 years as a head coach, this is the most fun I've had in a season. And just a great year. Really enjoyed coaching the guys. A major component of that was my staff and the guys that I work with every day. The guys that I trust and believe in to support your young men and to help your young men mature. These guys work as hard as any group I know, and they do all the things that need to be done to be successful. And never complain, they just make it happen. And just such an honor and blessing to get to work with each one of them. Not only great guys, colleagues, but also great friends. Matt and I have been together ever since I've been here. We worked for his dad for a few years, and then since I've been head coach, we've been working together. We're lucky enough to get Drew and Wes this year. We got Drew out of college and off the football field, and we're able to get Wes, who had been head coach at a private school for 4 years. And so super blessed and privileged to work with you guys. Of course, Brad and Chris aren't here. They had to go to Young Life, but also just great influences in the lives of your young men, and very honored to have them alongside. So thank you guys. I got a little class for you, but appreciate all you do.
Best coach in Georgia? Coach Jackson.
Todd, you good?
Yeah, good.
We're good? Hey, thanks for everybody coming out tonight. First class event. Thanks for everybody who put it on. Have a great night. Be safe.